Andy Johnson, Minnesota State University, teaching students about study skill strategies. And usually this is how to read an expository textbook and how to take notes in class. You have to teach students how to study. And this usually refers to grades 4 and up, generally. Never assume anything at any level of any students. Every teacher, grade 4 and up, should teach students how to read and how to take notes in class. Now, there's lots of complicated strategies, but for students to actually use these strategies, they have to be simple, they have to be practical, they cannot be time-consuming. If you want students to use them, think about the strategies that you use when you study. All right. First of all, reading expository text. Some terms, metacognition means thinking about thinking. Do I understand? Now, never assume that students know about understanding. You have to model out loud. Do I understand what I just read? I guess not. I think I need to reread that paragraph. All right, so you need to teach explicitly using cognitive modeling. And I would recommend teach 2 or 3 study skill strategies a year. And here are study skill strategies related to reading expository textbooks. More on this in just a minute. But you're going to teach each of these using explicit instruction. I like to have a poster, and I call this a thinking frame, a frame that organizes your thinking, and you can break them down into steps and teach them explicitly. You must and you should. Now here you can stop and you can look. These are very simple. Take notes, record heading, read paragraph, record important ideas. Adopt and adapt. Simple. Put a card on top or bottom of the sentence. Move ahead slowly. These are all very simple. Find 2, no more than 3 a year to teach students. Always allow students, by the way, to choose the ones that work best for them. If I'm a 6th grade teacher, I'm assigning a chapter in a social studies textbook. I would say, boys and girls, we are going to read chapter 5. Remember to use one of the study skill strategies that work best for you. All right, note-taking in class, again, grades 4 and up, usually this refers to middle school and high school. You need to teach students why and how. Why to stay cognitively engaged, why to help us remember, why to help us process and understand new information. That's why we take notes in class. Teach using guided notes or structured notes initially. And this is a form of a guided practice. They come in a variety of forms. Here's a basic outline form. Multiple forms again. Some sort of graphic organizer. Always adopt and adapt. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. This is a simple fill-in-the-blank type of form. Adopt, adapt, you're limited only by your imagination here. As a teacher, you need to organize your lessons or inputs so you have structure so students can find the structure. Help students find headings and subheadings. And in my classes, I generally like to have an outline on the board before I start the input or the lecture. Students can see the structure. Remember, if it's organized here, it's going to be organized up there. If students can see and understand the structure, they're better able to process and encode. Now, the official outlining form is cumbersome with a Roman numeral and this and that. Keep it simple, keep it simple. If it's too complicated, too cumbersome, takes up too much time, they're not going to use it. I recommend simple letters, numbers, numerals, and letters. It's usually the point and the subpoint. You don't need 3, 4, 5 levels of ordinate and subordinate structure. As I'm teaching, I'm providing lots of examples of actual notes that I've taken. Cognitive modeling, again, is thinking out loud. What's the main idea? Okay, I'm going to record it using just a few words. Now, taking notes is a skill that's learned and developed over time with practice. Don't assume mastery in 1 or 2 lessons or 1 and 2 weeks. And that also means I need to provide lots and lots of practice. However, start simple, start basic, and work your way up. Basic study skill strategies you must teach.